Are we seeing an oversaturation within the MCU? Since January of 2021, we have seen 12 projects. That's 12 projects in 18 months. To put that in perspective, the MCU took 12 years to get 24 titles out. So this begs the question, are we getting an oversaturation of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? My buddy Deej over at What Came Up podcast kind of called me out the other day. He goes, you just can't be pleased. You can't be happy when it comes to projects, because I am a very critical person. I do like to look at things from a critical standpoint. And let me tell you, there's things that I love. Ms. Marvel, I've thought, has been fantastic thus far. But things like WandaVision, I wasn't a big fan of because I don't think it was fulfilling enough. But he sat there and he's always like, you just can't be made happy. And I disagree to a point. Now, I do agree that he may be onto something. I'm not always happy, but nor should I be. Not every single thing is going to be made for me. But taking a look at the most recent Marvel Cinematic Universe projects, I started to notice a trend on quite possibly why I have been so unsatisfied. What I think it comes down to is my expectations, at least over the last 2 years, just have not been met, with the exception of a couple titles here and there. But things just haven't quite lived up to the MCU brand name. And I get it. It would be easy for all of you to tell me that film is subjective, and I'm not going to like it all. And like I've said, I don't expect to like everything, but it's not always that I just don't like it. I'm finding issues with the quality of what is coming out. Whether it's the story, the special effects, or even the performances, just have been subpar. Let's take a look at something like WandaVision. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, but the story just wasn't there for me. It just wasn't done well enough. But the performances were fantastic. The same could be said with something like Doctor Strange. The story just didn't live up to the hype. The performances were great, but there's more to film. There's more to that medium than just performances. And then you have something like Thor. And yeah, that film is a complete disaster. So why is this happening? Why do I think, or why do you even think, that this could be happening with the Marvel Cinematic Universe? I'm not going to say that I'm in the majority here. I know I'm in the minority with these thoughts and this outlook on Marvel. I feel a lot of people just say, hey, that movie was great, or that show was great, because it holds the Marvel Studios title card on it. They don't look at the grand scheme of things. They feel, hey, we're getting this, you got to just lap it up and love it no matter what. And I don't agree with that. If we're not critical, if we don't sit there and tell these studios, hey, that's not good, they're just going to keep putting out that subpar content. And occasionally, yes, you might get a overzealous filmmaker who does something that is incredible. But more often than not, we're going to continue getting that shitty content. We know Kevin Feige, the Feigs, because, that's what I call him. No, actually, I've never actually called him that. I've never even met the guy. Kevin has been overseeing the MCU for nearly its entirety. I think where things start to get a little cumbersome for the Feigerino, yeah, I heard it too, I'm never going to do that again, was in 2019, and he was given the keys to everything Marvel, from television to all creative decisions, as well as the film side, when he was made the chief creative officer of Marvel Studios. If you begin to take a look at everything, that kind of lines up with these past 12 projects that have come out. I'm thinking that Kevin Feige may be stretched too thin at this point. And before you all yell at me, just hold off before you all yell at me. I get that there are many of you out there who love this stuff. I get that, and I wish I can love it as much as you do. But here's the thing. I don't. And I'm trying to figure out why. See, I don't simply love everything they make because it has a Marvel logo. I want them to push themselves, to set the bar even higher time after time. And since 2019, it seems that things have become a little stagnant when it comes to them trying to do that. They've lost some of their pizzazz. This is truly, I think, what is proving the issue that I have with Marvel right now. It's Feige is spread too thin. He was overseeing these films for the better part of 12 years. 10, 12 years. But then where things began to go off the rails is whenever he was given more to oversee. Does he not have the right people to help him? Does he not want to oversee things as he once did? Could it have something to do with what is going on at Disney right now with Big Papa Bob Iger gone, and we got Bob Chapek in there, who, granted, he did just get a contract extension, but he hasn't been doing the greatest over at Disney right now. Could that have something to do with it? I honestly, I don't know. We also have to look at the pandemic. What happened there? We know we just saw a whole bunch of threads on Reddit about how Marvel is the worst studio to work with from a VFX studio standpoint. But why is that? Is it Feige? Is it that he's spread too thin? Is it that they don't have the right people in charge? Is it that they're just putting out too much too fast? 12 projects in 18 months is absurd. And they're going to have another 11 to 12 projects in the next 18 months. They will double the amount of projects they had in 3 years. That's crazy. That is absurd in my eyes. To me, it should be quality over quantity. But the MCU makes money. So why would they stop? Why would they stop putting out all this content if they just continuously make money? I don't want to see more movies like Thor: Love and Thunder where the VFX look terrible, the story is horrendous, and the performances are bad. I also don't want to see them dishing out the same thing over and over again. I want to allow the filmmakers to put their little spin on things, but they need to do it the right way. They need to focus. They need to make sure that the story is right, that they know what direction they're going in. I get it. A lot of you are probably mad at me about this right now, but I want to hear your thoughts. Put your comments down below. Let me know why you think I'm right or wrong. So definitely put your comments below. Make sure you smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you so choose. It'd be great if you did. But with all that said, everyone, I'll talk to all of you later.